Welcome back, children of grade 5, for our today's English class. I hope you all would have enjoyed your vacation, children. Let us start our academics from today onwards with the first day's session as the story from our workbook English Fairy. Today we are going to see a story from our workbook English Fairy. Unit 2, the title of the story is The Foolish Frog. Children, before getting into the story, let's see a video clip of this story, The Foolish Frog.
The Snake and the Foolish Frogs. Once upon a time, a snake who had grown weak with old age came across a pond where many frogs lived with their king, queen, and little prince. The snake had not eaten for many days. He tried to catch some of the frogs, but was too weak to catch any of them. I will have to think of some solution or I will die soon. Just then, he saw the frog prince and his friends. They were busy in their game and did not notice the snake. When they came very close, one of them saw the snake and jumped up. "Oh, a snake!" he shouted in fear. All of them ran for their lives. But when the snake did not move, the frog prince went up to him. The snake still did not move. "Let me see if he is dead," said the frog prince and knocked on the snake's head and jumped away quickly. The snake slowly opened his eyes and said, "Do not worry, I will not eat you." The frogs were surprised. The snake said, "I once bit a sadhu's son. The sadhu got angry and cursed me that I would carry frogs on my back for the rest of my life." Hearing this, the frog prince jumped up with joy. "Then I will ride on your back." So the frog prince jumped on top of the snake and commanded, "Take me to my parents." The king and the queen were amazed at the sight. "Father, look, I'm riding a snake." The queen said to the frog king, "Let us also ride the snake." So they all sat on the snake. "You are moving very slowly," complained the prince. The snake sadly said, "What can I do? I have not eaten for several days." "Why have you not eaten? The royal mount should be fast and strong," said the king. "I can eat only with your permission. Your subjects are my food." "How can I permit you to eat us?" asked the king. "Not the royal frogs," explained the snake. "I cannot permit you to eat my subjects." The prince was upset and cried, "Father, please permit him. I don't want to lose him." Even the queen spoke up. "Do permit the snake. How many frogs can he eat anyway? We have many subjects." At last, the king had to grant permission. The snake began to eat many frogs every day. Soon he was strong and healthy. Now he moved very quickly. One day, the snake went to the frog king. "Oh king, I am hungry. There are no more frogs left in the pond. So now I am going to eat you all." And the wicked snake pounced on all 3 royal frogs and ate them up. Moral: the moral of the story is, never trust your enemies.
Children, have you all enjoyed the story? Yes. Shall we start reading the workbook? The story from the text? Yes. So take your workbook. Unit 2, The Foolish Frog, page number 9. Children, are you ready? Shall we start? Yes. So take your workbook, page number 9, chapter 2, The Foolish Frog. This is the link lesson for the chapter 2 from our textbook Rikki Tikki and Nag. First, see here, reading comprehension. Read a story about a kingdom of foolish frogs. Kingdom means country of a foolish frogs. This story is about a kingdom of foolish frogs. Once upon a time, in a river lived many frogs. So, as it is a story, the passage starts with the comment that once upon a time. So, if you write a story, children, you have to start the story like this only. Okay, so look at the first line. Once upon a time, in a river lived many frogs. Once upon a time, there was a river. In that river, there lived many frogs. Okay, children. They had their king, queen, and a frog prince too. So, in that river was a king, queen, and prince frog also. In the river, there lived a family of a king with a small prince. Okay, children? The charming frog prince would play with the other frogs in the kingdom. So this river is the kingdom of that frogs, and there lived the king, queen, and the small prince frog. The prince frog, small charming prince frog, used to play every day with its friends in the river, in the kingdom. Okay, children? Now, nobody knew that there lived a hungry and old snake close by. So, in the same river, there was a very old snake. That too, it is a hungry snake lived in the river. But these frogs, they don't know about it. Nobody know about that there was a hungry old snake lived in the same. From its hiding place, he secretly wished that he could eat the frogs one after the other. So the hungry old snake came out of its hiding place. Hiding means secret place. It hides inside, and he secretly wished means liked to eat all the frogs one after the other. So this was the wish of this old snake, hungry snake. So he thought of a plan. So this old snake, hungry snake, thought a plan. He got a plan to how to kill and how to eat this frog kingdom. How to eat all the frogs in the frog kingdom that was lived in the river. What was the plan? See here. The next day, when the frog prince was playing with his friends in the bright sunshine. So, in the next day, the small frog prince, when he was playing with his friends in the bright sun, the old snake came up to them, though he had a smile on his face. So, this hungry old snake came up over the river with a smiling face, but still looked quite scary. But on seeing the snake, the frogs become scary. Scary means afraid of. Okay, children? Scary means afraid of. All the frogs ran away from him. So all the frogs, they jumped immediately inside the river and they all escaped from the snake. Okay, so this was happened on second day. Okay, see here what happened next. Don't be scared of me. I won't eat you, moaned the snake. So here the snake said to the frogs, that is the baby small frogs, that don't get scared. Scared means don't get afraid of me. I won't eat you. Moaned means a slight mild voice. In a mild voice, the snake spoke to the little frogs. Okay? In a mild voice, the old snake spoke to the small frogs. How can we trust you? Said the frog with a squeaky voice. Squeaky means the voice of the frog. Okay? How can we trust? Trust means believe. So here, how can we trust you? That means how can we believe you that you won't eat us? It's asked the frog to the snake in a squeaky voice. I once bit a holy man. So this was the small story that was narrated by the snake, the old hungry snake, which was that I once bit a holy man. Here the snake told this story to the frogs that once I was bite a holy man. Holy man means a person who is spiritual. Once I bit a spiritual holy man, he cursed me. Cursed means he just gave a punishment. What punishment? And said I would carry frogs on my back for the rest of my life. Lied the snake. So here the cunning old hungry snake played a beautiful game to the small frogs that said that once it bit a holy man and gave a punishment and a curse that he said that he would carry frogs on the back for the rest of his life. So the snake is telling the holy man cursed me that like I need to carry frogs to the rest of my life. Till my death, I need to carry the frogs on my back. This was the snake. So he cursed me and said that I would carry frogs on my back for the rest of my lifetime. Lied the snake. Immediately the small frogs, really, what fun! Squeaked some of the frogs. That means shouted from some of the frogs and jumped on the snake's back immediately. After heard this story from the snake, all the frogs, they really thought and it was very happy and all they jumped on the snake's back. Okay. Immediately the snake told, come along, prince, they called out. So everybody, all the small frogs, they called the prince also and sit at the back of the snake, old snake. Okay, so in a moment the prince too was ready for the snake back ride. So immediately after all the friends, they are ready to go over the snake's back and for a ride. Immediately the small prince also ready to go for a ride on the snake's back. Okay, children. So this was happened in the third day. The snake took them on a round of the river and showed them amazing things. So the snake took everyone on their back, small ones on their back, and they all round the river, and he showed so many amazing things around the river. So this was happened in the first page. That's all from the first page, children. Let's move on to the second page now. So children, let's continue the story. Then very cunningly the snake said, now you all must go home. I am tired. So here the snake, after a ride on its back by keeping all the frogs on its back. Then cunningly the snake said, "Now you all must go home." So the snake told to the frogs that it's a time to go home, and that too I am so tired now. So look at the next line. "Drop us to our homes," ordered the prince. So after this, the prince frog told to the snake that please drop them to their houses. After that, the prince ordered the snake to drop everyone to their house. So the snake left the frogs one by one in front of their homes, that is houses. Okay, so here after that order given by the prince, the snake also obeyed it, and it left the frogs one by one in their houses. Okay, when he reached the palace, the king and queen were aghast. Aghast means astonished, shocked at the sight. What was the sight? That the little baby frog was riding at the back of a huge snake. On seeing this, king and queen, they were shocked. Their son, the prince, was on the back of the big, scary looking snake. So, on seeing that, their son was sitting at the back of the big, scary looking snake. They could not believe their eyes. They could not believe their eyes, and they could not understand what is happening there. They jumped and pulled the prince down. "Don't worry, mommy and daddy. He is harmless. He took us on the river ride," the prince narrated. So here the prince frog is telling everything what was happened, and his dad and mom, and that he was harmless. Harmless means not dangerous. Harmless, and he took us the ride around the river, and we saw all the amusing sights there, beautiful things there. So this was narrated by the baby prince to its dad and mom. Next, "O king, I am old. I am living a curse," began the snake, and told the lie all over again. So what the story it told to the baby frog, prince frog, the same story it is narrated to the king and queen also. The snake told to the king that "I am old and I am living in curse." Curse means punishment, that the holy man gave this curse, and he told that he has to ride the frog on its back till its lifetime. So this was told as a lie. It was told to the king by the snake. Again, one more time to the king by the snake. Now the king and the queen trusted the snake's story and said, "Take us on a ride too." So immediately after listening to the story, the king and queen also wanted to had a ride on the snake's back, thought to go for a ride. He said, the snake saw his plan working. So immediately the cunning snake's plan was started to work. The snake saw his plan working, and he obliged. Obliged means accepted. He accepted the royal family on its back, and he went on for the ride. He took them for the ride. Look at the next sentence here. Why are you moving slowly? So while he was riding over the snake, while the king and queen, they were riding over the snake, they asked this question to the snake. Why you are moving slowly? Move fast, ordered the king. So this was the order by the king. He ordered the snake to go fast. I am old and haven't eaten for many days. I am old. I haven't eaten for many days. This was the story that was reply that was given by the old hungry cunning snake. I can't move fast. He is telling that I can't move fast. Allow me to eat one of your subjects. Subjects means one of your frogs. One of the people, that is frog here. Subject means here people, the frog. The snake said, the cunning question that was asked by the snake to the king. How can I allow you to eat my subjects? This was the question asked by the king, said angrily. So immediately the king got angry and he said, how can I allow you to eat my subjects? Subjects means here people, the frogs. Okay, children? It's my duty to protect them, he said. So the king is telling that it is my duty to protect my people. How can I allow you to eat my people? This was the angry reply that was given by the king frog. Okay, so then I'll go away, your majesty, the snake said. Immediately the snake replied that, then I'll go away, your majesty, the snake replied. Then I'll go away, your majesty. Here majesty means king. The king thought that how many frogs will he eat in a day? I think I will say yes. He said loudly, all right, I'll allow you to eat only one frog a day. So the king permitted the snake to eat only one frog a day. The snake was happy and every day he would pounce. Pounce means jumped on one frog close to him. Soon he began strong. So day by day he started eating one by one of the frogs. Every day the snake jumped into the river and started to eat one by one of the frogs. Soon he'll become strong. Every day he would take a royal family on a ride. Even though it started to eat one by one of the frogs of the people, but it came to the royal family for the ride on its back. His ride began faster and the family really enjoyed them. So after eating the frogs, the snake became strong, and because of the strength it started to go fast. So the royal family, the king's family, was enjoyed the ride by going fast on the snake. Okay, children? One day the king realized that his subjects were nowhere to be seen. So here, as long as days go, one day the king realized and he saw that there is no people, there is no frogs in his kingdom anywhere. The snake had eaten them all up. So finally at last Frog King realized that the snake has been eaten all his people one by one. So when the snake arrived for the daily ride, the king screamed at him, how dare you even show your face to me? So the snake arrived for a daily ride. On that day, the king screamed, shouted at the snake. So the cunning, hungry, old snake started to show its own bad face to the king also. You have spoilt my happy kingdom and made it empty. Here, king, he shouted at the snake and he told to the snake that you spoil means you just killed all my people and the kingdom and my people. Now my kingdom is empty. So this is the angry and shouting by the king. So at last, here you should have realized this earlier, your majesty. So the snake is telling here that you should have realized this earlier, your majesty. Your majesty means your king. It's no use crying over. Spilt means that is fallen milk. So the snake is telling that now there is no use in crying and relating with the spoiled milk, said the snake slyly. Slyly means slowly. Now it's your turn. The snake finally, the king frog was talking to the snake. The snake got angry and it told finally at last, now it's your turn. Your turn means now I am going to eat you also. Saying this, the snake pounced on the royal family and swore and had eaten them all. Immediately after saying that, the snake jumped over the royal family and it just swollen royal family, and the snake eaten all the king, queen and the prince. So that's all from the story, children. I think you all would have enjoyed the story. Now let's see the question answers of this story now. Children, let's see the exercise from page number 11 from the workbook chapter 2, The Foolish Frogs. Look at the first exercise. Children, you need to write the answers in your workbook itself. So write the answers in the workbook. First exercise, look at the first exercise. It's your true or false. T for true and F for false for the following. Look at the first one. The snake was young and hungry. Is statement correct, children? No, it's false. So it's wrong. So answer is false. The snake was old and hungry. That is the correct answer, children. So but here given as young. It's false. So the answer is false. Look at the second one. The frogs were happy with each other. Yes, the frogs they were happy and they played in the river. It's true. So the answer was true. Look at the third one. The snake was truthful. Is the snake was truthful, children? No. It's a dangerous, cunning snake. So the answer was false. Look at the fourth one. The snake longed to eat the frogs. Yes, the snake wished to eat all the frogs. It is true. So the answer is true. Look at the fifth one. The frog king chased the snake away. Is it true, children? The frog king chased the snake away? No. So the statement is false. So the answer, children, first one it is false, second one true, third one false, fourth one true, fifth one false. Okay, children? So that's all from the exercise A. The answer must be written in the workbook itself, children. So write the answer in your workbook. Okay? Look at the next question answer area. Answer these questions. Section B, answer this question. See the first question. What were the frogs doing on sunny day? One sunny day, what did they suddenly see? The answer, see here, the frogs were playing with the frog prince. The frogs were playing with the frog prince one sunny day. This was the answer for the first question, children. So the answer must be written in the workbook itself. So write neatly, children. The frogs were playing with the frog prince one sunny day. And answer for the second part of the first question. They suddenly saw an old snake. They suddenly saw an old snake that had come near them. They suddenly saw an old snake that had come near them. Okay, children? So I'll repeat the answer again. Look at the first question answer. The frog were playing with the frog prince. Frog, F-R-O-G-S, frogs were playing, P-L-A-Y-I-N-G, playing with the frog, F-R-O-G, frog, P-R-I-N-C-E, prince, P-R-I-N-C-E, prince. One sunny day, they suddenly saw, see, did plus see is saw. Okay, children? So, saw an old snake that had come near them. I'll repeat the answer, children, for the first question. The frogs were playing with the frog prince. One sunny day, they suddenly saw an old snake that had come near them. Okay, children? So, write neatly in your workbook. Let's move on to the second question here. Look at the second question, children. What was the curse that the snake spoke about? Curse means punishment. What was the curse that the snake spoke about? The curse was that the snake would carry frogs on his back for the rest of his life. So what was the curse, children? The curse was that the snake would, W-O-U-L-D, would carry, C-A-R-R-Y, carry frogs on his back for the rest, R-E-S-T, rest of his life. Rest of his life. So the curse was that the snake would carry frogs on his back for the rest of his life, till the lifetime. Till the rest of his life means till the lifetime, till its death, it should carry the frogs on its back. This is the punishment that was given by the holy man. Okay, children? So the curse was that the snake would carry frogs on his back for the rest of his life. So this was the second question, children. Okay, let's move on to the third question. How can we saw that the frogs believed the snake? How can we saw that the frogs believed the snake? Look at the answer here for the third question. We can saw that the frogs believed the snake because, from because you need to write, children, because, B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because they happily jumped on the snake's back for a ride, and even the frog prince joined in. So I'll repeat the answer, children. We can saw that the frogs believed the snake because, B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because, T-H-E-Y, they happily, H-A-P-P-I-L-Y, H-A-P, hap, P-I-P-L-Y, happily jumped, J-U-M-P-E-D, jumped on the, O-N, on, T-H-E, the, on the snakes, S-N-A-K-E-S, apostrophe S, snakes, back, B-A-C-K, back, for a ride, R-I-D-E, ride, children. And even, E-V-E-N, even, the, T-H-E, the, F-R-O-G, frog, even the frog prince, P-R-I-N-C-E, prince, joined, J-O-I-N-E-D, joined, I-N, in, joined in. So I'll repeat, children. We can saw that the frogs believed the snake because they happily jumped on the snake's back for a ride, and even the frog prince joined in. Okay, children, J-O-I-N-E-D, joined, I-N, in, joined in. So that's all from the third question, children. Shall we move on to the fourth question? Yes. Children, look at the fourth question here. How do we know that the snake became strong day by day? Listen the question carefully. How do we know that the snake became strong day by day? how it's became day by day? Look at the answer here. You need to write from the question. We know that the snake was becoming strong because his rides became faster. Earlier, he was moving very slowly. As he was weak from hungry. Okay, children. So, listen the answer carefully, children. We know that the snake was becoming stronger because his rides became faster. Earlier, he was moving very slowly as he was weak from hunger. Okay, children? I'll repeat. You need to learn from becoming. Okay, so we know that the snake was becoming, becoming, becoming stronger, stronger, stronger because 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 his rides, rides became, became faster, faster, full stop. Earlier, earlier, he was moving, moving, very slowly, slowly, as he was weak, weak, from from hunger, hunger. I'll repeat the answer, children. For the fourth one, listen carefully. We know that the snake was becoming stronger because his rides became faster. Earlier, he was moving very slowly as he was weak from hunger. Okay, children? Shall we move on to the fifth one? Yes. Look at the fifth question, children. When did the king realize his mistake? When did the king realize his mistake? The king, see the answer here. The king realized. Did plus realize in the question. And in answer it should change as realized. Okay. The king realized his mistake when he could not see any of his subjects. Subjects means what I told you, children. People. Subjects mean people. The king realized his mistake when he could not see any of his subjects. The snake had eaten them all up. Okay, children? So, the king realized his mistake when he could not see any of his subjects. The snake had eaten up all up. Okay? So, the king realized, realized, realized his, his mistake, miss, take, take, mistake, when he could, could not, not, see, he could not see any, any of his, his subjects, sub, checks, subjects. Okay, split the word and learn, children. It will be easy for you to by heart the spellings. Okay, sub, sub, checks, subjects, full stop. The snake had, had eaten, eaten them, them, all, all, up. Okay, children, I'll repeat the answer. The king realized his mistake when he could not see any of his subjects. The snake had eaten them all up. Eaten them all up. Okay. So that's all from the fifth question, children. Shall we move on to the sixth question now? Yes. So if you don't have place in the workbook, please use the empty space that was available in your workbook, children. So as the sixth question answer was little bit large, big, so if there is enough space, if there is no blanks there, please use the space wherever available in the workbook. Okay, so look at the sixth question here, children. The snake was sly and cunning. Sly and cunning. Justify the sentence with examples from the story. The snake was sly. S-L-Y. What is this list, children? Sly. The snake was sly and cunning. Justify the sentence with examples from the story. Okay, children. Let's see the answer. He told the young frog a lie that he was cursed by a holy man, that he would have to carry frogs on his back all his life. So the first point, look at the first point. He told the young frogs a lie, L-I-E, lie. Young, Y-O-U-N-G, young. Frogs, F-R-O-G-S, frogs. Lie, L-I-E, lie. T-H-A-T, that. He was, W-A-S, was cursed, C-U-R-S-E-D, cursed by a holy, H-O-L-Y, holy, H-O-L-Y, holy man, that he would have to carry frogs on his back all his life. Okay, children, this was the first point. He told the young frogs a lie that he was cursed by a holy man, that he would have to carry frogs on his back all of his life. Look at the second point, children. Then, T-H-E-N, then he took, T-O-O-K, took them, including the prince, for a ride. So after that, the snake took the frogs, including the prince, for a ride. He dropped the frog prince home. The king and queen were shocked, but the snake told his clever lie again. Lie means fake, acting as a true person. Okay, children, lie again. Then he took them, including, I-N, in, C-L-U, clue, D-I-N-G, ding, including the P-R-I-N-C-E, prince, for a R-I-D-E, ride. Okay, children. So this is the second point. Look at the third point. When he dropped, D-R-O-P-P-E-D, dropped, D-R-O-P-P-E-D, dropped the frog prince, P-R-I-N-C-E, prince, home, H-O-M-E, home, the king and queen, the king, K-I-N-G, king, and Q-U-E-E-N, queen, were, W-E-R-E, were, shocked, S-H-O-C-K-E-D, shocked, but, B-U-T, but, the snake told his clever lie again, clever, C-L-E-V-E-R, clever, L-I-E, lie, again, A-G-A-I-N, again. Okay, children. When he dropped the frog prince home, the king and the queen were shocked, but the snake told his clever lie again. Okay, children. So, children, look at the fourth point. They were tempted to go for a ride on his back. So who were tempted here? The king and queen were tempted. Tempted means wished, liked to go for a ride on his back. So look at the spelling for the word tempted, children. T-E-M-P-T-E-D, tempted to go for a ride on his back. Next, move on to the fifth point, children. He asked the king to allow him to eat one of his subjects every day. So the cunning snake asked the king to allow him to eat one of his subjects every day. The foolish king agreed. So the foolish king agreed. He asked the king to allow him to eat one of his subjects every day. He asked, ASKED, asked the king to allow, ALL, LOW, allow him to eat one of his subjects every day. This was the fifth point, children. Look at the sixth point. The foolish king agreed. Spelling foolish, 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 AGREAD, agreed. Foolish king agreed. Seventh point. A day came when there was no frog left. LEFT, left. Eighth point. Ultimately, the snake gobbled, GOB, BLED, build, gobbled up the royal, ROYAL. Royal means king's family. Royal, ROYAL, royal family. FA, me, LYL, family. So that's all from the sixth question, children. Write the points neatly. Write the answers, everything neatly in your workbook. I'll repeat the sixth question's answer again. He told the young frogs a lie that he was cursed by a holy man, that he would have to carry frogs on his back all his life. This was the first point. Look at the second point. Then he took them, including the prince, for a ride. Second point. Third point. When he dropped the frog prince home, the king and queen were shocked, but the snake told his clever lie again. Next point. They were tempted to go for a ride on his back. The next point. Fifth point. He asked the king to allow him to eat one of his subjects every day. Subjects means, what is that subject, children? People. Yes, the frogs. The foolish king agreed. The foolish king agreed. Next point. A day came when there was no frog left. Last, eighth point. Ultimately, the snake gobbled up the royal family. That's all from the question answer, children. We have 6 questions in this workbook. So write neatly. We have discussed exercise A, true or false, and exercise B, section B, that is answer the following. So children, write the answers neatly in the workbook. Write neatly without any spelling mistake. Learn all the spellings, children. That's all from the story or workbook chapter 2, The Foolish Frogs.